Could you share with us a few of those, I would say, different use cases that really created a new way to look at the data and ultimately a new way to, to deliver customer experience to the ultimate level? Because think about it, you don't need survey anymore. You don't need to ask people if they were happy or put the smiley face when you go out of the toilet to know if they were, good experience. This all comes through the data that you're providing to the body. So what are for you the key elements, I would say, success stories that you've seen apply into the business today?
Right. So let me, there's many use cases, of course, as you mentioned, and we probably won't have time to go through all of them, but let me highlight a few that you also brought up. So HR is a good one. There's also one that we're currently working on with SAP as a partner. You've already described this in quite a bit of detail, and we can use such a system, obviously, to score many people very quickly based on just how they answer interview questions, how they react to different things that you ask them, and how they generally behave in such an interview situation. Then we can compare, a large number of candidates relatively quickly and also objectively, just from, it's just one aspect, obviously, of an interview and of an evaluation, but it can be a useful aspect depending on the role and the position that you're hiring for. When we started out with Opsis, actually, our very first use cases were very much in retail and consumer goods, where you want to know how people react to products or packaging, things that they haven't seen before, haven't used before. You can measure this type of experience very well, and it gives you an opportunity to go a bit beyond traditional survey instruments, where you ask them to actively think about, how much do I like this product, what's good, what's bad, but really capture sort of the immediate reaction to their impressions of this product or of the shop, that environment, that restaurant, that food. So it's really about customer experience at that level, right? And so this gives you an, again, objective measurement of that, which can be useful on the individual level. So you want to see how certain people or certain demographics like the product and interact with the product, but it can also be useful at a more aggregate level, where you want to see how a large number of customers perceives, let's say, a new shop design or a shop layout and so on, a shop display, right? Product display. So these are use cases we've already, deployed solutions in. And recently, I would say that with the pandemic, we've also received many requests from the mental health sector. So especially social services came to us because they were receiving a large number of calls, much more than usual, and were overloaded or are overloaded just because of the current situation with people facing problems. And so they were looking for solutions to help them, assess, make initial assessments of people in such a way automatically, right? To help the more inexperienced volunteers that they often work with to help their customers, the people who call in. And so we've also been developing solutions that can help these types of services to really assess, whether a person is in a very negative state of mind, and then maybe highlight that person and flag him for additional interviews or maybe seeing a doctor, a psychologist. There was also a CNA episode that looked at this aspect and followed someone for a number of weeks that was using our software to just look at how he was feeling throughout the day, and then went through the results and measurements with his doctor, his caregiver, to sort of use them to break down when he's feeling better, when he's feeling not so good, and how he can sort of preempt that and get out of these patterns, right? So these, I think, are very interesting use cases also in this day and age, where it's not about the experience, but really helping people in a difficult situation to have better lives.
I really love it. I really love it. And you know what I really like as well, Stefan, is it's not only, as we could see, right? It's not only about business outcome that you can get by refining your strategy to deliver a better result to your customer. We're also talking about in some cases mental health, right? And how to, how to live in a better world.